Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today we're going to be talking about VIVO Cannabis. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell down below, give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment, education purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about in this video. Buy or sell after you do your research, your due diligence, and you like the investment you're pursuing. So yeah, check it out. Check out all these boats. There's a yacht out there. Ooh, it's a nice day. So yeah, I was asked by Coral Blue to do a video on VIVO Cannabis, and so I am going to do a video on VIVO Cannabis. I wanted to do it on my laptop at Tim Hortons, but I was having a lot of difficulties with my laptop, so I just decided to make one on my phone. And I know it's probably gonna have like the split screen. I apologize, but it's the best I can do right now. So anyways, yeah, so I basically think that VIVO Cannabis is at it. I don't think, I know it's at its 52-week low. Its 52-week high is 198, and on the Bollinger Bands, basically it's been kind of like, it's at the lowest part of the Bollinger Bands. Now if you do the one day for the Bollinger Bands, now if you do like 1 hour or 2 hours, it starts to see like it might be kind of want to peak up, but it's also like on a downtrend. So I kind of think that if you want to play VIVO Cannabis, that buying right now, if you're gonna hold till say like September, October, it's probably a pretty good idea. I think VIVO Cannabis, they have 300 million shares out. Their market cap's around 130 million, 129.8, and they did 14.5 or something, 14 or 15 million sales for the year. So they have a price of sales about 9. Last quarter they lost about like 5 million, I believe, and they made around 5 million. So they bought Canna Farms. And Canna Farms is a facility out in Hope, and they have products on the rec market as well as the medical market. So yeah, they have some pretty good products. Apparently I've never tried any, but yeah, I think they're not like the best grower, but they're pretty inexpensive. I deal with Cannabis because I got my medical card from them, even though I haven't really used it recently. Ever since like probably like 4 or 5 months, I haven't used any. But they do, Cannabis told me to deal with Canna Farms, because they have really inexpensive cannabis. So I think that they're probably getting a lot of people pushed towards Canna Farms, so that's good for the business. And then with their online website, they have Village Farms, like, and the Emerald Health. Their cannabis is going towards to their online platform, and it's going to compete kind of with CanMart's Namaste, and because they're going to have like variety. I think they signed another company, I can't remember, but they're going to have like quite a bit of variety, and that's good for patients, and it's like inexpensive too. Like Village Farms probably not the most expensive cannabis because it's greenhouse grown. And yeah, I mean, I think that the company needs to grow their revenues, and they haven't really made it themselves known as an international player, but they want to be an international. I think the CEO seems pretty smart. I think he was like in some type of pharmacy big before, so it's hard to say. I mean, it's a speculation company, and pretty much all the companies in the cannabis space are speculation. So, and there's also, it's called like the funnel effect. I think I'm coining it. Maybe somebody's coined it before, but I'm gonna call it's the funnel effect. That basically all the big money always wants to go into the biggest like top 10 players. So Canopy, Aurora, Afria, Curaleaf, just like Village Farms, Tilray, T-God, Hexo, and like a few other names, right? Obviously it's going to go funnel down to others and as well, but for like the last like 6 to months to a year, it's been really pronounced that it's the funnel effect. Now will that retain? I don't know. Because the CSC is all junior companies, and it's at like a 5-year low pretty much. Like it's been a little bit lower, but it's double bottoming, and so that's like saying that maybe it's gonna start running in all the smaller junior caps. The junior companies are gonna like have their day in the sun, so so that they can expand it and grow their business. So, and then like with in US the big companies is called IWM, and it's been lagging the SPY. So, but if they're going to do quantitative easing and they're going to do rate cut, that's going to pump money into the smaller companies so that they can grow their business. So, I mean, but at the same time, Vivo's got to grow their revenues, and they got to set themselves up to be an international player and do things at that nature. So 44 cents, I'd say, as a recommendation, I have a video on scale in, scale out, but I think because it hasn't hit that complete bottom, but it could just like run up from like 44 to like 60 cents in a day. So why the scale in, scale out approach might be really good in Vivo if you want to play it is if you bought like say you had $2,500 you want to invest in a Vivo, and you put like 800 or 1,000 or $1,200 on your first shot, like you put it at like 43 or 44 cents tomorrow or something, and you get them, and then say like in a week or 2 weeks later, then it goes to like 35 cents. You can average down with a bit more money. Maybe you put the full amount, or you put like 30% of that amount, like $800 or so, and then you're averaging down. Now the con in that is it could go to 55 cents and you're averaging up, but at the same time you're playing a conservative approach, and that same kind of risk tolerance can help you out when you're selling. So basically, when you want to sell your stock, say you have like $10,000 worth of stock of Vivo, and your average is like 45 cents. Now, we'll say when it goes to like 75 or a dollar or a dollar 25, you sell out like 20%, or you sell out 25% or 30%. And then when it goes to like say $1.50, you sell out another 25 or 30%. You know, there's just different strategies, like at different levels. But you have to look at the chart before. I think that's personally what I think. When you're scaling out, you want to look at the chart and realize like you gotta put it on a time horizon too. Like if you're trying to get out all your positions in 3 months, well, you'd probably like sell a lot more at a certain point. But you know, and some people want to keep like 20% or 30% maybe, but they sell out the rest, and they ride on the house because they sold out of their position and they made money, and then they have free shares. So, but that's how you can do it. And then instead of it going to like $2, and then all of a sudden it goes back down to like 80 cents in next summer, then you're not like butthurt about it going down. So that's why, and you took your profits and you still have free shares. So that's the game, and that's the scale in, scale out approach could be very profitable. I think it's a very profitable strategy, and it's a safe strategy, and that's my opinion on basically what Vivo probably is good to do. I'm not going to invest in Vivo, I don't think. I'm focusing on USA players. I have enough of Canadian players. I want to get some more Suniva. If tomorrow hopefully it goes to like 215, and before the long weekend, I think I have a feeling that after this weekend the stocks might start going up. But I'm not sure. Maybe it'll take another couple weeks. Like maybe it won't be till mid-July. But I think eventually these stocks are going to start running. That's just my opinion. I think they're going to pump money into the system just from watching other people on YouTube that like are a lot bigger than me, and they're really like economic knowledgeable people, and that's just my take. And by doing my own due diligence, looking at the silver, gold, and Bitcoin and things like that, and putting my own thesis on things. So yeah, that's my opinion. I think that Vivo still can go down a little bit. It could go down another 20-30% probably. I'm not saying it will, it might only go down like 10% and go down to like 40 cents. But I'm saying if you want to, to hit the the absolute bottom is extremely difficult. So that's why the scale in, scale out approach, at least the scale in for getting your average. Because if you want to play Vivo, then instead of it going like, if you want to get 2,000 shares and you buy like 800 or 1,000 shares, and it right tomorrow, before it runs to like 65-70 cents, you've already got your position. You have a position. You don't have a full position, but you have like a percentage of a position, of a percentage of a full position. So you're in the game and you're playing the upside on Vivo. Now if it goes down, you didn't put all your money at risk. You let the price get down to your level. But I mean, that's the kind of game. Anyways, I don't have the chart with me to get more into depth, but that's my whole opinion on things with VIVO Cannabis. I hope you liked the video and give me thumbs up. And I'm just gonna do a little outro of where I'm at. Yeah, so until next time, peace.